Hey, Mark.
Hey, Kevin.
Looks like you just robbed a trowel store. What is going on here?
Well, you know, you need the right tool for the right job, and that's why we have a lot of tools.
Or do you ever? All right, you gonna walk me through them?
I'll walk you through them. Okay, so
Big boys.
these are the big boys. These guys are built for production. So when we have brick going into a wall, these are the trowels that we're going to use. This one here, it's a little bit smaller than that one, but that's called a London-style trowel.
Really?
Yeah, and that's what we lay brick with. But the other one, you can see it's much bigger. It's got a bigger heel, and that's going to allow us to grab more mortar, which is why we call it a block trowel.
Yep.
As you can see, I got 16 inches on the block that I have to spread mortar on. Bigger trowel.
Gotcha.
More I get, yeah.
This one's from London. Where's this guy from?
That guy is a Philadelphia trowel.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I was just kidding.
And look at this. You can see that's very hard steel.
Yeah.
Carbon steel. Bang. If I ever have to make a cut in place,
You could do it with your trowel.
Yeah.
The Philly boy's got an edge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tough
so
guy.
London and Philly. The smaller guys?
So the smaller guys, these two trowels really are built for speed. And if you get a mason to come to your house to do a little bit of repair work, you're going to look into his bag and you're going to find an array of trowels.
Mason is literally different than a bricklayer?
It really is. A mason is the guy that's going to come and do repair work, and again, he's going to do the smaller jobs, pour a little concrete walkway. A bricklayer, yeah, he's a generalist, but a bricklayer is a guy that's built for speed, and all he wants to do is make the wall red. That's it.
What's this guy here?
So that is a pointing trowel, and we're going to use that for just small spaces. So if I have to extract a brick out of a wall because it's cracked or chipped,
Yep.
I'm going to cut it out, but I'm going to have to get in there with a smaller trowel.
A little bigger, a little rounder. What's this guy?
Okay, that's a gauging trowel, and again, that round edge right there is going to help me get around pipes and tight areas.
Get around literally anything you want. And then these guys?
These two are margin trowels. You can see they're slightly different, but again, this margin trowel is going to let me get into a tighter spot than, say, this one is. But we like margin trowels because I can dip into a bucket and get my mortar. I can scrape, put it into a crack, 2-3 inches thick, and then I can drag this trowel down to give myself a smooth edge on the way out.
It's going to be a big bag.
Yeah.
All right. And so these guys over here?
So these are specifically for plaster or cement. They're finishing trowels, and again, they come in an array of different sizes and different shapes.
So finishing trowels, I mean, you can sort of see why. Big surface area. These are ones that you're going to be sort of spreading or smoothing.
That's right. You can get that particular trowel all the way up to 22 inches,
Right.
4 or 5 inches wide.
So this has got square bottom, square top. This has got rounded bottom, rounded top.
Right, so different application. This is going to be used for a pool.
Oh, swimming pool.
Swimming pool.
Smooth edges and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right, and you have to
cool.
get to tight corners with that.
All right, and then this guy next to you?
This guy right here, again, it's just it's the same type of margin trowel, if you will, but it's a finishing trowel, and again, longer shaft, longer handle is going to allow me to get into a deeper spot than I normally would be able to with that trowel.
And would you use both sides, square side and rounded side?
And again, if I had a pipe that I had to get around and I needed to do it on my backhand, that edge is going to allow me to do it.
All right, and then the other one?
So this one here is what we call a duckbill trowel.
Love that.
Right?
Of
Looks
course.
like a duckbill, sure.
Yeah.
And again, it's just going to allow me to get to places that I normally wouldn't be able to get into.
And then finally?
So finally, this is my mag float. It's
mag being what?
Magnesium. I'm sorry,
literally,
magnesium.
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So what I do after I screed my concrete, like I already did here.
So this is still wet.
Still a little wet, but you can see you've got some marks and other things that are in the cement. So if I start to work my tool.
So magnesium is a good surface because it's going to be what, tough and nothing's going to stick to it?
Well, what the magnesium is, again, it's going to allow me to float, and what it does is it actually brings up the cream, which is the water that's in the cement, so it's going to allow me to fill in divots, it's going to allow me to knock down some high spots, but if I do it in a circular motion, like this, you can see that everything is starting to level off, and I'm starting to bring the cream up.
Yep. Starts to glisten and get wet.
Yep, and you just have to work it. Now that is a magnesium finish right there. Some people will actually leave that because it's skid resistant. But if you're doing a basement floor, you're going to let this set up for a little bit, and then you're going to grab your finish trowel, and all that stuff goes away.
Oh, there's the real smooth.
There's the real smooth. We'll let that set up for a little bit. We'll come back with the finish trowel, and all that will go away, and we'll have a glass finish.
Beautiful. All right, Mark, thank you very much.
All right, Kevin.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.